Hey everybody, welcome back to Trilby's Notes. I'm the Blues 32, and once again a cat is bothering me. Open door. Look, a bed. A bed set at the bar, somewhat the worse for drink. He appeared to be staring fixatedly at the disembodied porcelain head in front of him. Ask a bed about girl. Has the bond turned up yet? I don't care about her anymore. She can make her own choices if she wants to run away with any smooth talker and a cheap suit that's up to her. This head will be my new assistant. It'll be a much better one. Ask a bed about head. May I borrow that head, Professor? Oh, I see. You took one companion of mine and now you want another. A bed is just a head. What could you possibly need it for? You don't understand. No one understands me. Go get me a drink and then we'll talk. Okay, fine. Ask a bed about drink. What are you drinking? There's nothing here but beer and spirits. This is filth. Go find me some wine, some good wine. Then we'll be the very best of friends. Open door. Apparently when he's drunk his accent goes away completely. Open. Take wine. I took the wine. Perhaps this would appease the drunken professor upstairs. I can't believe they make you ask about his drink. Take pill. Open door. Open door. What? No! Father! Why? Father! Father, why? Father! Scream! Run! Panic! Break! Chain! Fight! Talk! Pray! Squirm! Professor? Where's he gone now? Open door. Drink. Cola? I took a swig of the beverage. I could almost feel the caffeine starting to heat up my brain. Open door. Oh god, no. He shifted. Look, a bed. A bed's drunken misery had caused him to shift into the dark hotel. The jolly man of whom I had grown fond lay decapitated on the floor. Sabatin's disappearance, I was now truly alone. The professor had known nothing of the horror. He was blameless and ignorant of any matters involving Defoe Manor or a cursed idol. But it seemed my dark captor cared little for these facts. Why haven't you killed me too, you skinny bastard? If you can do it so easily, so quickly, why won't you face me? Because you kicked him in the head. In a display of warped sense of humor, the porcelain head was sitting where a bed's old one had been. Look, head. The porcelain head sat upon a bed's shoulders, its beeful expression firmly juxtaposing the horror of its pedestal. Take head. I pulled out the head out of the stump, trying not to think about the wet cracking noise this caused. Talk to a bed. There was nothing I could do for him save allow him to rest in peace. Talk to head. Look, head. The porcelain body parts were made with a truly obsessive care for detail. The ends were presumed where presumably the organ would connect to the rest of the body were painted a lurid red. Look window. Smashed and boarded up like nearly all other windows I had found. This one was heavily bloodstained, as if some poor wretch had been thrown into it. Open door. Open door. Open door. Open door. Open door. I'm not sure where exactly the other parts are. Can't remember if they're in this world or the other one. Take pill. Open door. Open door. Nothing here. Ah. Look limb. It was a finely crafted porcelain facsimile of a leg. A left leg, I was certain. Take leg. Open door. Look limb. It appeared to be a right leg. Take leg. Open door. Take pill. Open door. Don't go walking over it. Look arm. The arm was carefully laid, almost reverently on the path, like some kind of offering. Take arm. I took the arm with me. Open door. Alright. I think, and I could be wrong, but I think the last one's in my room. Or Trilby's room, depending on which way you want to look at it. Loudest carpet ever. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts, 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 it hurts. I think it hurts. Look arm. It was the arm from some kind of extremely well-crafted life-size porcelain doll. Take arm. I took the arm with me. Open door. Ah, yes. Now, drink cola. I shall bring her back. Attach limb. The body was intact. For reasons I couldn't explain, I sensed that something had changed back in the real world. What kind of ridiculous locking mechanism is this? The ridiculous kind. Take pill. Let's face it, you weren't going to pick that lock anytime soon. Open door. Look view. The view is amazing. I could see the entire island, including the tiny port village I had arrived at. I toyed with the idea of making a distress signal, but it would probably go unnoticed, especially at this time of day. Look paper. The note seemed like another of Linkman's letters, but for some reason I felt my gaze drawn to the stone. Look stone. Take stone. Clan Browen Island, July 28th, AD 1501. A sturdy tree, this. Took us from dawn to dusk, but we finally have it down. I'm tired, Father. It was indeed clever of us to investigate this island, eh, boy? I have never seen such a gigantic orc, nor do I ever expect to again. But this wood shall keep us in the business of carpentry for years to come. Father, look at these stones. Do you think there was once a house here? It matters not. Why must you always look at everywhere but at what matters? This is your... Father? Is something troubling you, Father? Yes, it's this spear in my back. Look, Father. A monstrous man, tall and thin to an inhuman degree, tore at Boyle's father's lifeless body with some kind of metal staff. Boyle had to do something. Look, rock. A small stone about the size of a fist was lying near Boyle's feet. It seemed quite weighty. Take rock. Throw rock at tall man. Ouch. Where am I? I must have shifted into the dark world during the vision. Trilby! Saban? Oh God, I thought I was all alone. What happened to you? I don't know. After you knocked me out in my room, I woke up and everything was like this. The hotel's ruined, there's blood everywhere. I saw this horrible man. Tall, thin, long black coat. You know him? Enough to know you're lucky to be alive. He didn't notice me, so I ran up here to hide. How'd you get past the doll? What doll? Trilby, what the hell is going on? I told you what would happen if you followed me into the shadows. This isn't your problem. Take these. What are these? Tranquilizer pills. Take one. When you calm down, the hotel will go back to normal. Won't you need them? I don't need to run away anymore. Trilby, wait! Where are you going? I know enough now. I know where the wood came from. Perhaps I can find a way to end this. I think we're going to make this the finale, so I was right. The cursed wood came from the clan's Browen Island. But what good does that knowledge do? Wait a second. I never got around to reading the letter I took from under that rock. Trilby, I am very close to ending this. Meet me in the hotel basement. I must show you my discovery. Linkman. The other page was another one of those religious papers. The Book of Victims. Victim 1. The Woodcutter. The first of those against whom the prince sought vengeance was the woodcutter. He who had held the axe at first felled the tree. The prince came to him and his son, and he struck the woodcutter down, and the woodcutter knew the name of the king. And the prince turned to the woodcutter's son, and he said, You I shall let live, for you are young and are of the innocent, and that you may go among your people and tell them what I will wrought. And ouch, you hit me with a rock. And the woodcutter's son fled, and told all of what he had seen, but the men of technology are ignorant, are arrogant, and his words were unheeded. Of course they were. He didn't tell them shit. He probably didn't. Was probably just thought to be insane. We know a lot of what these papers tell us is bullshit. The prince never says anything. He just flat out kills you. There's no preaching going on. Open door. Open door. Look hole. The hole seemed to lead into some kind of tunnel that gradually expanded into an underground cavern. Crawl in hole. Go in hole. Look room. I was in some kind of cavern dug out of the rock beneath the hotel. It seemed to be in a constant state of flux, flitting back and forth between the real world and its dark twin. I was certain that the gigantic stump in the middle of the floor had something to do with this. Look stump. This was it, I was certain. The remains of the tree that Boyle and his father cut down. Its wood later being used to construct an inn, a harpsichord, a shipping crate, and an idol. I could feel that same scrabbling in my mind that I had felt just before all my visions. This time it was the stump itself that seemed to be beckoning me closer. Touch stump. Clans Bronwyn Peninsula, July 28th, 55 BC. Cabadath, a Celtic druid, awaits the return of his friend and colleague Gadin, who brings news of the invasion of Anglesey by the Roman Septimius Paulinius. Having fallen out of favor with his fellows for certain radical beliefs and activities, Cabadath lives in solitude in this remote forest clearing and prefers not to travel himself. Cabadath! Gadin, you bring news? The foreigners have landed. They could not be deterred by our sorcery. All is lost. Oh, certain are you? They are making their way across the land, eliminating resistance. Even you out here will be brought down within days. I'm sorry, Cabadath. And the great druids of Anglesey bow so easily to this brash foreign power. Do not hang your head yet, my friend. Perhaps the activities for which I was ostracized could yet spell an answer. Last time I did this in Yoda's voice. I don't want to do that again. What are you talking about? You know of my dealings with the ethereal realms? I know what you claim. That there exists some otherworldly territory populated by demons and creatures of magic. And that you, Cabadath, can somehow commune with these creatures. Come inside, and I shall explain. Cabadath, what is this madness? In my dealings with the ethereal realm, I have learned of many powerful demons and elementals. But there is one spoken of reluctantly, a beast possessing of awesome power. You plan to summon a demon? The most terrible of them all, who strikes fear into even the most unflappable creatures I have spoken with. A pain elemental, indeed the only pain elemental, ruler of a desolate wasteland where none venture. An invulnerable, hugely potent beast that feeds on the agony of others, and today is his day, the day when the boundaries between the realms weaken and he glimpses our world. To bring him through at that point should be simple. Even if you could conjure such a thing, how would you have it defend our land? I have much knowledge in the ways of magic. With the correct bindings, any demon can be forced to my will. I completed the preparations while I waited for your return. All that remains is the summoning. Cabadath, it pains me to see you build your hopes on such nonsense. Be silent and watch! You shall see your nonsense soon enough. In this hall of death, and by the light of Belenius' gift, I summon you. I bring you gifts to mark your path. I feed you with pain. I call you with madness. I summon you with the greatest loss. And I bind you by your true name, Chizou. By the gods! I have reached out to you through the void, Chizou. I command you by your true name. Show yourself! Kabadeth, please stop this! Show yourself! Why? What's it? It's huge. It is larger than I anticipated, but Chizou must obey the rules of magic. It is bound. I can command it. Oh shit. Perhaps I was mistaken. No, it is far more powerful than I thought. Galen, help me! Forgive me, Kabadeth. No! Galen, I beg you! Don't let it take me alive! Gledin was a pansy and ran. Chizou, of course, has no use for meat. It feeds on pain. It does not kill its prisoners. Kabadeth's agony was a particularly rare morsel, and Chizou ensured it would last. His soul was placed inside an oak sapling on the site of his old home to grant his body immortality. For 5 centuries the tree grew. He knew torment beyond even his most depraved imaginings. By then his body was warped and his mind long fallen into soulless dementia. He was Chizou's, utterly and completely his slave. Trilby! Saban, you were supposed to leave. I couldn't, I bet the professor, he's dead. I know. He was killed by the shadows. Just like they will kill you if you don't get away from here. What is this place? This cave is the center of the reality shift. This stump is what's causing it all. How? It's the vessel for the soul of the tall man. The acolyte of Chizou. Linkman. Nice to see a friendly face. Amazing, isn't it? Of all the things Sir Roderick could have used to murder his son, he chose that idol, placing the soul of John Defoe into the wood alongside Kabadeth's, infusing the poor retard with Chizou's magic, allowing him to come back infinitely more powerful than before. Certainly pretty lucky. Lucky? Chizou had to wait 2,000 years for that opportunity. The opportunity to blend magic and science in a single entity, even though he did that already. The opportunity to create the bridge. What are you talking about? Isn't Kabadeth already count? The bridge between realities, over which Chizou will cross into our universe and purify mankind. Our order has waited 200 years for the prophecy to be fulfilled. You're not with the Ministry of Occultism. Who are you? 200 years ago, the prophet Jack Freehorn founded the Order of Blessed Agonies. Since then, we have grown and watched and waited. It was only in recent years that the events foretold in the Book of Chizou began to occur. It mentioned John Defoe, and it mentioned you. Me? You were the one prophesied to guide the Bridgekeeper to his destiny. But you didn't finish the job! All 3 aspects of John Defoe had to be destroyed to create the bridge: body, mind, and soul. You only destroyed his body. His soul and mind remained. Had I known about this, I wouldn't have even done that. That will truly disappoint my superiors. They were quite adamant that I should try to persuade you to join our cause and fulfill your foretold duty. Is that why you were helping me? They thought if I guided you through your visions and showed you the appropriate passage from their holy books, you'd understand that the prophecy is real. You honestly believe I'd enjoyed some insane cult because you left me some leaflets? Personally? No. A knife in my gut brought an explosion of ice-cold agony. I heard the pitter-patter of my blood on the rock floor. The pain, the surprise, and my exhaustion went together to cause immediate unconsciousness. Definitely want to save here. You know why. Look, girl. I could not see Saban, but I could hear her trying to moan through a gag. Talk to man. Ask man about Chizo. Why are you summoning the tall man? What possible use could he be to you? You've been experiencing flashbacks, I know. You saw Kabadash's attempt to summon Chizo, yes? I saw that he failed quite drastically. He assumed our lord could be summoned with any old basic demon summoning rite. But Chizo is far greater and even more powerful than his rivals. He's very nearly a god of pain. It takes a great amount of magic and a much more complex ritual to summon one such as he. We do not know it, but the tall man does. He will guide us and teach us. Ask man about girl. Saban, are you there? She's here, but she can't answer you. She has nothing to do with this, Linkman. Let her go. On the contrary, it is important that all three of us be here. It is part of the ritual. Look idle. Look totem. Look at stump. I lay splayed across the stump that housed the soul of Kabadath the druid, my blood seeping into the long dead grain. Out of the corner of my eye, I could see that the idol that I had come here for was sitting beside me, its importance now infinitely reduced in my eyes. I call thee, Kabadath, to the wood that is your soul. Ask about prophecy. What does the prophecy say about me? The Book of Chizo prophesies the creation of the John Defoe Wraith. It states that when his body, mind, and soul are destroyed in conjunction, the bridge between the realms will be created. It also states that you were supposed to guide this process. But we can expect one or two inaccuracies in a prophecy written so long ago. Fight! My attempts to move only made things worse. I felt a stab of pain, something snapped behind my eyes, filling my vision with spots. Stand! I was losing blood steadily. My arms and legs were limp and unresponsive. I couldn't move. Punch, man. Ask about John Defoe. Sorry. You had the idol of John Defoe all along. I did. I placed it here to reunite the wood with the tree from which it came. Kabadath will appreciate the sediment. Why is John Defoe the bridge? What makes him so special? He was born in the scientific realm and killed with magical wood. The magic brought him back as a wraith. As such, he is an entity of both realms, of science and magic. 1 foot on each side of the border. He is the bridge, just as the prophecy said. Point out that the tall man is also from the... Never mind. Ask about ritual. What does this ritual entail? What are you going to do to us? To you, I have done all I need. To bring Kabadath to us, we must tempt him with the 3 blessed agonies. The blessed agonies of the mind, the body, and the soul. I am well conditioned to act as the mind. Your wound makes you the body. The girl will have to suffice as the soul. Talk to girl. I call thee from the east. Kick. Stand. Roll over. Get up. Grab idol. Take idol. Ask about papers. Ask about flashback. Wait. Visions. Ask about, Tall Man. Tall Man is Cabadath, right? I'm glad to see you were paying attention. Ask about Stump. This Stump is causing the reality shift. It's partly that. Partly is today's date, too. What's so special about it? July 28th is the day when the border between the ethereal realm and the scientific realm weaken. It is the day when Jizo takes his yearly gaze upon our world. And the day when the Tall Man is given leave to extract vengeance on those who torment the wood that is his soul. Ask about wood. Yeah, I know that. Ask about murders. No, that's not what I was asking. Ask about Simone. No, I said Simone! Kick Man. Punch Man. Scream. Talk. Talk about wound. Talk about pain. Ask about coat. Cask. Ask about a bed. Ask about magic. So there really isn't an ethereal realm. There are two universes. Oz, the scientific realm, the universe of technology, and its shadow, the ethereal realm, the universe of magic. I consider it strange you need to ask this. You have been slipping back and forth between the two ever since you arrived at the hotel. Ask about shifts. No, that's not what I was... About... manner. No! About... death. No, ask about... self. What does the prophecy say about me? Ask about guide. Ask about... what else? Plan. Ask about... gift. Ask about... sacrifice. Ask about, damn it. Me. No, I already did that. Ask about... damn it. Ask about cult. What is this Order of Blessed Agonies? Some kind of cult? You use that word if it is derogatory. We are the worshippers of Jizo, the practitioners of blessed agony. Only through pain can man be purified. We are the purest of them all. Ask about pain. Ask about blessed agonies. Ask about purpose. About Tall Man. Ask about Jizo. Ask about Prince. Ask about man. Ask about Linkman. Look, man. The Tricker's cultist was wandering around the stump in a manner that I had supposed was relevant to his ritual. Talk to man. Stand. Fight. Fight. Talk. Stand. Oop. Reality flits from reality to reality. End this madness that we bring thee to us. Get up. Talk. Ask about pain. Fight. Stand. Live. Die. Not yet, but I was pretty close. Gurgle. Fight. Stand. Punch. Look, Prince. Look, blood. My vision was clouding up around the edges. It seemed like my stubborn will was the only thing keeping me alive. I present thee with blessed agonies, body, mind, and soul. I present thee with the guide, failed in his duty, for thee to judge. Almost there. Come. Trying! Come. Almost. There we go. Die. I died. What? He's dead? No, that's not possible. Master? No. Master, please, no. No. Trilby. Go back, Trilby. Leave me alone. I'm dead. Not yet. Not fully. Your mind and your soul are drifting apart from your body. With enough power, there is still time to pull them back. But you must have the will to return. Forget it. I've had enough. I did the assignment. I made myself useful. I lived up to the reputation Defoe Matter gave me. Today I gave everything I could. And I still died. There is still work to be done. You have not yet completed your duty. I'm sick of duty. I'm sick of prophecy. Just let me sleep. Stronger men than you have tried to fight destiny. None succeed. Past, present, and future are all different faces of the same die, and few can see them all at once. But I can, and the future demands that you live. Return now. I have marked the path. Please, just let it end. Pleading to me is useless. I am just as much a prisoner of fate as you. The future your actions are destined to bring about has already taken place. Without your part, I would not be here to restore you to life. So you see, by my mere presence, your decision is already made. Who are you? A murderer and a madman, and a puppet of forces neither of us could possibly comprehend. Live! Live! Trilby, say something. Why, you're alive! Oh, God, I didn't even know if I was doing it properly. But you did it! You're alive! Where's Linkman? That tall man took him. He did something horrible to him. Then he took him away. Where's my waistcoat? Shh, don't talk. I've already called for an ambulance. Let's get you back upstairs. Wait, This is a wooden idol. Yes? Bring it with us. Wrap it in clothes and bring it with us. Don't let it touch your bare skin. Oh, okay. You nutter. And now it sits across from me. The reality shift had cleared up, and we were free to leave. An STP cleanup crew arrived with the ambulance. No trace of a bed or the hotel staff was found. Officially, they've been classified as unexplained disappearances. Linkman and the tall man seem to have also vanished, which does not surprise me in the least. Saban signed the Official Secrets Act, and last I heard is staying with her parents to recuperate. Yeah, now would be a good time to try and like hypnotize this away from her mind or something, so it's just like nightmares. She's not gonna want to live with the images of what the tall man did. Which just leaves me to write up my notes, with the idol that haunts my dreams gazing at me from across my desk. I was dead. I can't pretend I wasn't. No amount of CPR could have brought me back from where I was. So who did? The man in red? Who was he, if not an insane hallucination and brain death? Unimportant. I am alive, and that's all that matters. Just that and the destiny of this wretched statuette that I am apparently fated to carry out. Every instinct in my being wants to burn it to ashes and grind them into the dirt, but I do not. Linkman spoke of a prophecy, that the destruction of John Defoe's soul would somehow help him and his order summon their dark god. So if I destroy the idol, they win. But what else can I do? I certainly can't keep it. I know from experience that it leaks malevolent influence like a broken pipe leaks water. The only other option is to hide it. But where can I hide such a thing and ensure that it is never found again by human hands? I shall have to think about this. Trilby, July 29th, 1997. The fulfillment of the prophecy continues. The ritual for the summoning of Jizo will go ahead. Events have been set in motion that cannot be stopped. We have the blood of the guide. Now we must wait. Wait and prepare. So, they know about cloning. At this time there came a man from the land of technology, and though his wisdom was great and his power advanced, he had the willfulness of his fellows, and so was the arrogant man. And on the 8th and 20th day of the 7th month of the year of the arrogant man, the king gazed upon the technology, saw the arrogant man, who spoke thus: O king, I beseech thee, for this land has become corrupt without your benevolent hand, and darkness seeks to envelop us all. I demand of you to cross the border between our lands and make things right, for my power is great, and I have it in my power to control one even as great as you. And the king was rightly amused, for while the arrogant man's power was indeed great, the king's power was greater still. And the king said, I will not submit myself, for firstly, my power is greater than yours, and not yours to command. Secondly, while my capabilities are many, it is impossible for me to enter the land of technology, for the border is dark and treacherous ocean I cannot will away. But I will do this for you, O arrogant man. For all the bigness of your head, you are still small enough to be spared the rigors of the dark ocean. I shall rescue you from the darkness of the land of technology, and you shall live in my house, where you will learn humility. And as the king said it, so it was. And the arrogant man crossed the ocean to the house of the king, where he was brought before his majesty, who said, Now you must repay me for the slight your arrogance caused me, for despite your insult I love you as I love every man and beast, and you must learn to take the love into your heart. And the king took the body and the mind of the arrogant man and separated them from his soul, and this he placed in a great tree in the land of technology, and with this action he announced, Now you are the tree, and the tree is you, and the wood is your soul. With the gift of separation your body shall not wither or die throughout your lessons. But should any man interfere with the tree that is your soul on the day that is mine, I shall lend you the power to confront them and strike them down with fitting vengeance. And then he touched the arrogant man, and he filled his heart with his warming love, and the arrogant man became the prince, and he knew the name of the king. And the prince and the court of the king bowed and wept and sang great praises to the name of the king for great and generous was his wisdom. The books of Chizo, Book of the Prince, Chapter 2. I hate reading that part. That always leaves me lightheaded. Whew. Okay. So yeah, that was Trilby's notes. Eventually I will finish with a Let's Replay of 6 Days of Sacrifice. Even though, like, partway through that I figured I had to bounce the audio. Still, might as well. You know? Yeah? Maybe? Just roll with it. Okay, so. Guess that's it. I guess we can watch the credits. Yeah, everyone who demanded another Trilby game. Should have stopped here. A fully rambolatic production. Yada yada yada. I am the Blues 32. This is Trilby's Notes. TTFN. Ta-ta for now.